Hey guys, how you doing today? It's John here from Canadian Marine Guy, and today we're going to be taking a quick trip out to Fraser Lake to pick up a project boat. The lady has it for sale for $1,000. My buddy found it on the marketplace. The motor's in great shape, the trailer's in great shape. The deal is we're going to go halfers. He's going to keep the trailer. I'm going to keep the motor and try to get it running. So that's kind of what this video is going to be all about. You'll be able to tag along with us here to Fraser Lake. I'll get some good footage. The sun's shining, going to be a great day, so be sure to stick around. Alright, so we got the boat and the motor home. Here's the motor. Looks like a late 90s, early 2000s Johnson, 50 horsepower. Under the hood it's mint. We're just going to try firing it up with the gas we got here. Might run, it might not. If that doesn't work, we're going to do the old starter fluid trick in the cylinders. Alright, we'll go ahead and do a spark check on it here. We're just going to hold them on the block and just see if we get spark out of them. Okay, I'll turn them over, let me know what you see.
I'm going to reposition the camera here.
On both?
Amazing spark on both.
Good.
Yep.
I figured. Okay, we should check compression too while we're at it. I'd always like to do that. Might as well.
Yep, sounds good.
Yeah. So this is the top cylinder. Okay, 120. That's good. Okay, go ahead. Exact same. So that's good. That's where it needs to be. So basically what's left now is just starter fluid in the cylinders. We'll turn it over a couple times and just keep that going, see if we can get it running. Alright, so for the starter fluid trick, I like to take the air box cap off, then we can just spray it right in the carbs as opposed to in the spark plug holes. Tends to be a little bit easier. And then we got one more nut to get off, 11mm just down in here. Okay, I'll just take a bit of fluid, spray it in the carb. Go ahead. Okay, she definitely wants to go. So I honestly think just fresh fuel now might do her. Sounded like it was popping on 2 cylinders there, so that's a good sign. Okay, here we go. We're gonna try firing it up again. We got some fuel, fresh fuel going to it, so we'll see what happens. Might take a bit, but we'll see. Alright, we'll try once more after letting it sit. on 2 cylinders for a little while there, but then it cut back to 1, so that's an indication one of the cylinders isn't getting quite enough fuel to fire up. It has excellent spark, as you guys seen. Compression's great, everything, so it just comes down to a fueling issue. So I've actually figured out the running on 1 cylinder issue. The reason it was doing it is because it was getting way too much oil. Let me explain. So these motors are equipped with a VRO oil injection system. Your oil would come from a separate tank, run up this line and into your VRO. That also works as a fuel pump. Your fuel line also runs up through this siphon and up and in to that pump. Now, basically the guy had done a conversion on it, and I realized that when I got it because there was a plug in the oil port there. So I kind of figured, hey, you know, he's probably just been running conventional 50-to-1 in there. However, when he did the conversion, he failed to disconnect. There's a harness down in here that runs from it and connects up. Right here. I disconnected it now. And that was still plugged in. So basically, my theory is that there was a bunch of oil left in this line and in the oil pump and everything, and it was pumping that oil through and into the motor. And at the same time, I was running my 50-to-1. So there was just way too much oil going in. And if you guys did notice, it was smoking a lot of blue on the first start up there. And even after I shut it off, there was still blue coming out of the exhaust, a whole lot of it. So I disconnected that. Tried again with just my 50-to-1 mix. Alright guys, so that brings us to the end of part 1 of this series, Will It Run, on the Johnson 50 horsepower, year 2000. Part 2 is going to be a tune-up. As you guys could probably tell, it needs a bit of a tune-up. It's not idling quite as high as it should, and so there's a couple little adjustments we're going to have to make there, and possibly as part of that part 2, we'll go and test run it as well, or I'll do that in a separate video as part 3. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel, like the video, turn on your notification bell so you don't miss these kinds of videos. I got a lot more of these coming. I'm gonna do a lot more of these projects. I really enjoy doing it, so why not, right? And I hope you guys have a fabulous day. We'll talk to you on the next one.